on the Cavalry.
On the
What's up,
Cavalry.
Johnny?
What's up, Andrew? We're amping up the energy here.
Oh yeah, I like to, what's that word?
Fake
not
enthusiasm?
escalate, but there it is. Yeah, fake
Oh.
enthusiasm.
Oh, Benny's over there doing jumping jacks. That's exciting.
Right before the start, I had to go to the blind. I had to close the blinds because I'm nervous that the neighbors will look at me with my little ring light, talking into the laptop, and going, "What happened to our neighborhood? We have podcasters can afford to live here? Unbelievable."
Everybody knows podcasters are just loaded.
Yeah. We have legal Zoom.
I have a question for you. This may be part. We can just categorize this under pre-show banter if we want.
Oh.
So I mentioned that I'm doing a show for my high school. There, instead of doing a homecoming, they're doing a comedy show, and they want me to come do it. And I was thinking, I just want to get your take on this. There's a teacher that was there when I was there, and I was thinking I would do a bit where, like, I talk about being tall. Like, oh, when I walked into the school, all the staff was like, "Oh my gosh, Johnny, so good to see you. Oh wow, you're so tall." And I was like, "Oh, please, I don't remember who you are. 6 feet. Can you put your mask on? Mr. Gillen, please pull your pants up." And I don't know if that would be inappropriate or not to, like, right out of the gate.
Wait, pull your pants up.
Up.
Yeah, that's inappropriate right at the school.
It's a comedy show.
No, I mean, I think that's one where you slip it in and people don't even realize what they heard, You probably get away with it.
Yeah.
There hasn't been any like sexual abuse scandals at your school, have there? Like no teachers like dating the students or anything like that?
No, I don't think so.
That would be the only thing
of it when
my just rumor.
I don't think it ever came of it.
Just wild rumors. It couldn't be true.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law, he went to like a kind of a rural high school on the Oregon coast, and his teacher, who was like the big fun-loving teacher, it like later revealed he like was dating students or a student, and they were like had a long relationship or something, and so fired, disgraced, whatever. But his name was Mr. Love. That was his real that was his real name. It was Mr. Love.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Writing's on the wall right there.
Who would have thunk it? Mr. Love. But no, I think
pull your pants up, please.
Mr. Love, please pull your pants up. Are you excited to do a show for your old high school?
I am because I have a reputation there of, doing a bunch of pranks and silly stuff we used to do.
Oh, interesting.
And so when they approached me, they're like, "Oh, you got to tell about these stories of when you did the fake announcements or whatever." And like, it's exciting for me because, this will be, it's a half an hour. So that's not tough. That's like a sweet feature spot. And for what I have planned, it's like 75% stuff that I just came up with for this show. I might bomb horribly because it's, new, but it's also high schoolers. They don't go to comedy clubs, so it's like, it's exciting. And also I have nothing at stake. I don't care. I can't get in trouble, if I say something, I can't get in trouble. I don't go there. I'm, whatever.
Well, yeah, you can't.
It's exciting.
Yeah, you can't get in trouble, like, in the sense they can't suspend you anymore. You could still get like in trouble.
Well, I'm not going to whip out my ding dong, but
well, yeah.
I'm saying that's
the standard.
I'm not worried of them being like,
yeah, exactly.
We're not pleased with what we got. That was very inappropriate.
I was going to ask you that, though. So it sounds like they know you. They remember you as being funny. They know you. I almost think for a fact, if I went back to my old high school, there would be like, people would be like, who are you? What? You do comedy? You weren't funny. Like, oh yeah, I remember you. You were like a middling student, unremarkable in almost every way. I don't think there'd be any sort of
Well, it is only because of the pranks that we would do. That's the only reason.
Yeah, I did like 2 pranks, both horribly received by
Yeah.
the faculty. Yeah. But
What
we
were
did
what were
a
the pranks?
I'll tell them real quick. So one, we did this is kind of a long story. I'll try to give the quick version because we have so much to get to here.
Right.
We got to get to the
Pre-show
serious
banter is
stuff.
really stretching.
We can't let pre-show banter run long. We've gotten a lot of network
Right.
notes. But we did a fake jersey retirement for my friend Weston Brinkley. So we played like C team basketball like as freshmen, and he broke his hip. Literally a career-ending injury for Weston. He broke his hip. It was a very old man injury. So but somehow after that happened, I ended up with his jersey, and like because my back then it's your mom's taking you to the games and stuff. So we washed it. I always meant to like give it back to the school, never did, of course. And so like 4 years later, I found this old C team high school basketball jersey and like, hey, it would be funny if we like took over the assembly and made this like big deal, like we were doing like a Michael Jordan style jersey retiring the number of your jersey. And we made this huge thing, and we made posts, and we made it like secret, like farewell to a legend. And I was able to like get like 20 minutes of assembly time because there was all this chaos. The school president was like suspended and all this stuff. So I was able to like sneak in there. We did it. Everybody was confused. Nobody knew what was going on. He brought his parents, we made it like this big, we did a big video tribute, and we literally raised the jersey into the rafters, and no one even knew who Weston was. He barely was he like did all the advanced classes. He never was at any of these things.
Yeah.
And then, and then the Black Student Union was protesting this kid who got suspended. And so in the middle, they didn't know we were going to screw with the assembly, and they had plans to like take over the assembly too. So in the middle, Weston's like the whitest guy you ever seen after giving a speech about a fake and then the Black Student Union like storms the stage, and Weston's just like, whoa, I guess this is over. And then at the end of the whole thing, the basketball coach, Mr. Newton, just comes up to us and is like, I'm going to need that jersey back. That was the only response we got to the whole. He just wanted the jersey back. So not greatly received. But and then the other one, we stole like this giant parade float fish.
Okay.
And no one liked that either. So I'm not exactly Sacha Baron Cohen. You were your teachers thought you were funny.
Well, it was we would do fake announcements. After second period, they read the announcements over the PA. It's the dean, and so I figured out how they get in. Like I just typed something up, put it in an envelope, gave it to the ladies in the office that type up the paper. They typed it into the official sheet. So after second period, the dean, and this is an all boys Jesuit high school. This is and so. The dean says, Marion High School, because like the sister school was an all-girls school, and it was Marion, and we would do plays together. So it'd be like, Marion High School is having auditions for their spring musical in the gym after school. It's dingleberries hanging on a chode. They're looking for a few good dingleberries. So if you think that's you, head to Marion after school.
Yeah.
And then so that was the first one, and then we had there was a teacher named Mrs. Stickles. So we said, Mrs. Stickles' daughter, Tess, will be in the library helping you with your, whatever. If you want writing advice, come write with Tess Stickles. And then Mr. Hawk. So we did Mike Hawk, come shoot free throws with Mike Hawk in the gym. And my buddy was in Mr. Hawk's class, and he just started laughing. He was like, I don't have a brother, Mike. What the hell is this? And so.
Wait, so you could trick who was reading the announcements?
It was either the dean, and they would switch. Usually, it was just the dean of students, but sometimes.
And they were in on it, or no?
No.
You would get them to read something that they didn't know was fake. Oh, that's.
I mean, we got really, really sloppy, and eventually they just stopped reading them. But
yeah.
Because
You're like, Mr. Giant Cock needs a. I'm like,
Well, it was
that's
like
not
one
a
of them was
name.
like, "Oh, the St. Thomas CLC is coming. You know, if you're in the St. Thomas CLC, make sure you bring your penis detector." And he started, but that one was like we just did it. We gave it directly to we just put it on the desk instead of having the ladies type it up because we knew they wouldn't. And he was like, oh, the St. Thomas CLC is, make sure to bring your detectors. I think this is not a real one, and that's even funnier when it's like, I think I've
Well,
been
good for
had.
him. Yeah, he read just slightly ahead enough
Right?
to stop
You saw
himself.
penis.
Yeah. Oh.
All right. So, all right, I'll let you go first.
No. Okay. Well. Well. Good luck on your high school show. Anyway, that's.
Thank you.
That's kind
Oh,
of
yeah,
cool.
and they 5 days. Oh, I'll just end with this. So I emailed and I was like, "Hey, is it okay if I say shit? I have a joke where I want to say shit."
Yeah.
And she, and also I kind of throw my camera in the back to tape it. She wrote back, she's like, "Yeah, that's no problem." And then she's like, "Yeah, oh, that's not a problem if you say shit. Not at all." And I thought I'd call you just and it's easier than email. So that's fine. And then also, we were thinking, could we postpone it until November or December? Because it's supposed to be this Saturday.
Yeah.
So now they're like, and now it's just up in the air. So that's really
Oh.
frustrating.
Oh well. Sorry about that, dude.
Yeah, but when it
What a
happens,
letdown.
hopefully it'll be great.
Shit. You should have said, "Oh
Oh,
shit."
shit.
Okay. Well, this my first. Here's what I need backup on this week. So
Okay.
I had to go to the post office. Long line at the post office. Line out the door. I think too many people supporting the post office. I think there was like a whole movement. It's like support the post. It's enough now. People can stop supporting. There's too many. So just take it easy on supporting the post office. But
Because everyone was afraid the post office is in trouble.
yeah, everybody was
Right.
like, oh, the Trump is gonna cut off funding so we all have to buy stamps. It's too much. Too many people. It's
The
too
lines are
crowded
too
now.
long.
The lines are too crowded. Go ahead and go back to the way it was, where you could go to the post office and nobody was there. But then, so I went to like FedEx instead or whatever and sent this thing. But I remember I used to watch like Shark Tank and stuff, and like they'd always say like the best thing for any business is a line out the door, right? Like a hot new restaurant or a club or cupcake place. If you see that line out the door, oh, business, that's the best thing for your business, because then everyone's buzzing. They're like, ooh, what is that place? Ooh, hey, why do all those people want to wait 45 minutes? I got to try, Yeah. And that's how I know, this is what I need backup on. And because I think we're probably similar, but that's how I know that I'm not right or something, because I don't have that in me. If I see a line, I'm out forever. There's no line. There's no line that is worth, you know what I mean? I don't ever, it makes me hate your business. I do not want to stand in line for anything. Nothing is worth the line. The line is the most unpleasant experience. There's nothing at the end of the line that's going to be as good as just not waiting in line.
Yeah, that doesn't create demand for Johnny and Andrew. No way.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
I think
no,
it's funny that the post office is what made you think of that. Like, ooh,
right.
What are on the stamps over at that post office?
Well, because I think that's what's going on right now, is because everyone's like, oh, the post office is cool now, because if Trump shits on the post office, then everybody's like, oh no, the post office is cool, right? But if like Trump, you didn't love the post office before, you know what I mean? No one had any opinion about the post office, But now, oh, we love the post office. It's so great. So I think all these cool Portland people want to wait in line at the post office. And then I was like, well, forget it. I'm going to FedEx, evil FedEx. I don't even know.
Yeah.
If you're allowed
evil
to
FedEx without a line.
Yeah. If you can get canceled for going to FedEx, but there's no line at FedEx right now in Portland. But yeah, because that's like this, every club, like clubs will intentionally create a line. Like there'll be nobody in the club, but they'll create a line to make it look cool to go in there. But it just has never worked. It never works on me.
Oh yeah, me neither. I understand the logic of it, and I'm like, oh, I guess that makes sense. Oh, for me, no, yeah, absolutely not. I'm not interested. I don't care.
Yeah, I used to see in LA. I used to see like a taco truck on like it was like near Culver City or something, kind of on that just West LA land or whatever. But it was at a gas station, and there was one, and it had like 50 people in line for this taco truck, and then there's a one across the street. Nobody, and they're identical silver, just with the same 15 items. You know what I mean? Like there's no discernible difference. But one had like 50 people, one had nobody. And it blew my mind. I would never go to the one with the 50 people in line. I just don't understand that at all. It's like, how much better can the taco really be?
Yeah. Maybe that's weird. It's the same items. Maybe they have information. Like maybe the guy at the other truck doesn't wash his hands, and everyone just knows that. Like after he goes to the bathroom.
I mean, let's be honest. Neither of them. It's a taco truck. Neither of them are washing their hands.
That's a solid point.
Nobody's washing those hands, and
no, but I totally agree with you, because mainly, I mean, like nightclub. First of all, I'm not a nightclub. I don't go out to the club, but like.
What?
If I got dragged to a club,
yeah,
that's what you're talking about.
I know.
Like all of that is for me is like, oh, so I have social anxiety. I don't want to be at this place, and now I have to stand in line and dread what's going to happen when I'm in there. No way.
And clubs especially are like the only people. The line, you're like basically if you're in line for a club, you're a prop to make the club look cool. Because there's no purpose for the line. The club is not at capacity. And second, you're just there to make the people who have like VIP or don't have to wait in line feel better about themselves. You're a human like ego boost for the people who don't have to wait in line.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like Portland is very big on like breakfast, and like everybody waits for a table here. Like everybody, it's like standard operating procedure. Like you go out for breakfast, you wait for 45 minutes. And I've like slowly, because my wife is big on being able to do that or wanting to do that, and I've slowly like let that creep in and like come to terms with that. But it's still just, it makes no sense to me. And here it makes a little more sense because every place is like that. But if there's somewhere where you can just sit down right now and there's no line, and there's like no better feeling than just abandoning the line. You ever just leave and I mean, have you ever felt freeing? Oh, when you feel so free when you're standing there and it's not moving and you can tell it's like, oh my God, there's like 50 people in front of me, and they go, and there's only like 6 people, and like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm out of here. And the second you walk out of line, it's like the most amazing. You're like, I can go anywhere. I can do I can do anything.
And it's such an ego boost when you can like be vocal about it. Like you step out of line, fuck this. And then you make everyone behind you feel stupid. Like, oh, I'm more important than you.
And then those people like take the quick one step up.
Yeah.
Like, let me get the crumbs. One step closer. It's like, you sheep.
You stupid sheep.
I'm the most
annoying person
wait in
to
line.
be in line with too, because like I'll bitch the whole time. I don't stand for that. Like if we're in line for all these pancakes, it's supposed to be great. You gotta, it's so hard to get in. I don't give a shit. Then they should invest in an audition so that people, if they're so good and so smart, why don't they get a bigger building so people don't have to wait in line and be in a bad mood by the time they get up there?
Right. Yeah. And then I feel, there's these stories now that people are trying to vote and they have to wait 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours in line. I'm like, it's the most heroic thing I've ever heard of in my life. I would not. Yeah. I think I would join the military before I'd wait 12 hours in line to vote. It's insane.
Yeah.
So anyway, basically, I think what I need backup on is like, sounds like you're there with me, but just, it's not cool to have a line. There's nothing cool about that. It's a failure of your business.
It's counterproductive. Like I get what they're going for, but in my view, you just lost Johnny Beaner when you saw that line.
That's right.
Johnny
and Andrew.
Support.
You might be the coolest restaurant in LA, but we're going to, El Pollo Loco.
Yeah, or
no
McDonald's.
Line. Or McDonald's. Sorry, El Pollo Loco. Too exotic for Johnny. I should have aimed a little more down the.
Oh Whoa, this is my this just made me think of this. Erin's like, she goes, "Hey, so your birthday's coming up. What do you just had? Did I just miss your birthday? Did you just have a birthday?
Yeah, October 4th.
October 15th, baby. Happy
Oh my
belated to
God.
you. I
Wait a
know.
minute. When is the 5th? Is that like tomorrow?
That's in an hour and 40 minutes, my friend.
Holy shit. This is the birthday pod.
This is the birthday pod. Yeah, even though when it comes out, it'll be
Oh,
2 weeks
yeah, yeah,
ago
yeah.
or
Well,
4 weeks ago for yours. Anyway,
everyone wish us about happy birthday.
yeah, do leave a 5-star review and mention happy birthday, and you get a free mention. So she goes, tomorrow, whatever you want, dinner. Let me know what you want. Anything you want. I haven't had this in years. I don't know why I don't do it more when I'm on it, because it's just I don't know. I don't get it by myself, but like I said KFC. I said KFC.
Oh my God.
And she literally said no. And then I pretended I was kidding. I was like, I'm not, come on, KFC. But I was, if she would have said, are you sure? I would have been like, yes. So I think we're, I don't know what we're doing, buddy.
KFC is like, it's so funny because I knew you were going to say like fast food. I mean,
Because we never get it. I get it. I like,
right.
especially with this whole, not traveling for comedy. I have lost 25 pounds, and it's because
you're wasting away. I'm a little worried.
I can't go. So is my wife. She's very worried.
Like that Paul F. Tompkins bit about the potato famine in Ireland, and then it's just that they were really picky eaters and they all starved to death because they didn't care for anything else.
Right.
Like you're gonna starve to death because you can't eat fast food. Like you have all this organic, great stuff in the house, and you're just gonna waste away because you can't have KFC.
Well, it's funny, but it's so true. Like there's so many times where I just don't eat lunch because I'll go through all the work and make the kids lunch or their healthy lunch, whatever, and I'm just like either forget about myself or I'm like I'm just not in the mood to eat something that I'm not excited about. I'll skip it.
Oh, I cannot relate to that. You're getting no backup on skipping lunch from me. I'm
Good.
sorry.
That's not my topic. Good.
That's sacrosanct. But wait, I just want to say really quick. I knew you were gonna say fast food when you preface that, and I don't know, I would have gone 10 places
before
maybe 15
KFC.
before KFC. To me, KFC is the trashiest of all the fast food. Like I cannot think of a more trashy fast food place because Popeyes, I used to think, oh, Popeyes is like real trashy, but then this whole sandwich thing, everyone's like it's the greatest sandwich in the world, and that raised Popeyes like in my I don't eat it really at either one. I really only for fast food I'm like basically Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, sometimes like
Chick-fil-A is probably what it's
very
gonna be.
rarely.
I didn't want to say that out loud because everyone's going to get mad at us for supporting.
Oh no, it's okay now.
Company that
I do this thing with Chick-fil-A where I'm not really sure it's true, but I'm like, oh no, they apologized for that whole thing and it's okay now. I don't even know if it's true or not, but if I feel like if enough people just keep saying that, we'll just move their position for them, So anyway.
Why can't what's a really gross why can't Hardee's be anti-gay? I can be like,
yeah,
why's it gotta be delicious Chick-fil-A?
I know. But what's great about what just happened there is you had to think of a really gross fast food restaurant and you struggled because KFC.
No. KFC was what I really said. I'm saying we probably will do.
No. I'm saying just now. Just now you were like, let me think of a hypothetically gross fast food
Hardee's,
restaurant.
and I came up with
and the
Hardee's.
Rolodex was spinning and you couldn't land because you're like, no, I'd eat that. And then Hardee's. Which I think is just
and
Carl's
I only
Jr.
say Hardee's because I haven't had it in a really long time, so I don't mind.
But if we drove by a Hardee's and you were hungry, you'd go, hey, what about
Hardee's?
If
there was nothing else around, sure.
Yeah. No, but I think Hardee's is just Carl's Jr., but like
I just found that
repurposed.
Yeah.
So actually, Carl's Jr. is pretty good. I mean, I don't know, maybe Hardee's.
So you like Hardee's?
Let's not go hard on Hardee's here. So,
Hey. No, but
all right,
KFC is great.
KFC for your birthday.
So we're
Just
not
the
doing that.
saddest
I think
thing
we're
I've
gonna
ever
do
heard.
Chick-fil-A because I don't even know where there is a KFC around here, but she thought it was a joke.
What did you end up having? I'm just so curious now. What did you end up having for your birthday then? Or what are you going to have
It's
tomorrow?
tomorrow. It's gonna be Chick-fil-A.
It is going to be
I
Chick-fil-A.
said, yeah, because she laughed off
Oh.
KFC, and then I was like trying to think, okay, well maybe she wants to, and she said today because we made a big meatloaf, and she was like, you know what, I don't want to cook tomorrow, so just put that out there. And I was like, okay, so I have to pick ordering out. Oh, okay. So I said, all right, Chick-fil-A or Culver's, and she said, all right, let's do Chick-fil-A because then you can't get red meat. You have to do chicken.
Oh, well, there you go.
Sometimes we'll do that. She'll be like, "Hey, let's get Culver's tonight," and I'll get such a boner. And then she'll be like, "But no red meat." And I'm like, "Why?" That's like, "Hey, we're gonna go to Disneyland, but we're just gonna park and then leave. We're
Yeah.
not going in." Like, what's the point?
Just Hall of Presidents, no rides.
Yeah.
What do you even get? What does Culver's have that's not burgers?
I
They have the cheese
chicken,
curds.
a dry chicken sandwich.
Oh yeah.
They have chicken sandwiches, which are fine, but they're not as good as I actually love Chick-fil-A's
Oh yeah.
chicken sandwich.
Just go to Chick-fil-A. All right. Well, that'll be a happy birthday.
Yeah, should
Much better than KFC.
I would prefer KFC.
Oh,
It's so greasy, like original
Let's just
recipe.
move
I
on.
can't. Okay, we're
Let's
not
just
being. I'm
move
not
on.
being paid to. This is not sponsored by KFC.
All right. What do you need backup on, Johnny? Besides all
All
those
right, so
horrible
KFC
restaurants
is
you like?
great, right? KFC, that's what I want backup on. All right, so all right, this is. I don't know if this is. I don't know the layout of your yard or not, but let's say it's fall. We're in fall. The leaves are falling. Now let's just say you don't have any trees in your yard, but your neighbor does, and all of his leaves blow into your yard. That's his responsibility to rake his shit out of your yard, right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Well, it's such a
I hope
conflict.
Heidi listens to this one so she knows it's not a given that we always support
Right.
her.
It's such a conflict of interest because we have like one giant tree on the parking strip in the front, but we really get the brunt of that. I mean, like a few leaves fall on it, but really it really just falls on my front yard. And then in the back, we have two other trees, and again, one of them we basically get the brunt of, but the other one I'm pretty sure drops a ton of leaves in the neighbors like behind us.
Okay.
But, like, we don't even talk to them. You know what I mean? The other neighbors on either side of us, oh, it's chatty Cathy all day long.
Right.
We're in the
But do the
email
leaves
group.
go in the chatty Cathy's yard or no?
Not really, no.
Okay.
And we're in the email group together, all that. The one on the back, I've only talked to them once. So I'm not gonna rake.
You don't care.
You wouldn't expect me to rake their leaves.
No, well, it's interesting.
Okay.
It's the neighbors behind me that I'm talking about.
Oh no. All right, go ahead.
I think what I'm asking is ridiculous. I think it's unrealistic for me to look for support of that. I think the side by side neighbors, and also, to be honest, raking. I hate raking more than anything. I'll shovel 3 driveways before I want to rake because raking's so stupid and annoying. And also, what do? Do you bag them? Bagging leaves is stupid. But so I will say this: I just raked yesterday, and because one of our trees in the front yard did go in our neighbor. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna rake. Just in case they're like, oh, it's his fucking tree. What the hell am I raking this for? So I'm like, I'll just rake him. So I raked on, the small side of his driveway because I was like, that's what I would want if I was living in his house. I'd be like, well, these are your leaves. So that's why I did it. And in our backyard, we have all trees that we've planted. We have like 6 trees that we planted because Erin wants to live in a forest and we just don't. So she's trying to turn it into one. very slowly. So none of those have leaves yet because they're all babies. But
Yeah.
the neighbor behind us, all it's just filling our yard with leaves. Not our tree at all.
Yeah. I
It
think
would be
okay, here's
weird if he came over and was raking our yard and it was like, oh, these are our leaves. So I feel bad. I would be like, I would think that was weird. But in
yeah.
my head, I'd be like, fuck yeah. Are
Yeah.
your leaves?
Okay. I actually have okay, because in the interest of the show, and despite Heidi saying that this makes the show boring, I think it shows positivity and friendship. I will say that the neighbor on our whatever, west, east, who cares? It doesn't matter to
Side?
anybody out there. Side,
Yeah.
there he has a plum tree, and it drops plum. Now, first of all, plums are better than leaves because you can eat plums. They're great, right? But then there's so many of them, and some of them drop prematurely, and they kind of leave like big spot. He offered to come over and pick up the plums that fell off his tree, like to clean those up,
Oh.
bolstering your case. However, though, I feel like once someone makes an offer like that, it's so nice, you have to immediately go, "Oh no, 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 don't be ridiculous," you know. But then you go, God damn, I should have let him come over here and pick up all these
Yeah.
plums. But
So what happened? So you jumped the gun and you
no,
said, no,
I
no, no.
said, no, 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 no. Cause that's like, that's the like psych out move, right? You make the insane
And then
nice
you hope
offer.
that they're like, no, that's our
Right.
plums. Don't be ridiculous.
That's the society that we've created here. And that's
But he
what it's
didn't
all
do that.
built on. Is like the fake offer of kindness that we know you'll reject, and then everyone
It's
can
reaching
go
for
on.
your wallet when you're not hoping to pay.
That's exactly what it is. But so that kind of bolsters your argument, though, because he was willing to. It wasn't with
Yeah.
leaves; it was with plums.
Yeah.
Same ballpark, I'd say. Here in Portland, I will say maybe it's a little different because there's so many trees. I don't know what it's like there in Madison, but there's just trees everywhere. So I just feel like there's almost an equal distribution of leaves across everyone's yard, and so it's just like
Yeah.
a constant upkeep. It's just like every time it's dry enough to get stuff off your sidewalk, basically, you just do it.
Yeah.
And so I feel like there may be less like whose tree did this come from kind of thing.
Right.
But I think I will look, you know what? Let's make it interesting. Embrace debate. All right. I'm going to not back you up on this. I'm going to say there's no way your neighbor is going to come over and rake those leaves for you.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fine. I still
But think of it this way.
good principle.
Think of it this way. You're growing like 6 revenge trees that in like 30 years from now will just obliterate his yard. You're playing the long game.
Right. I play the long game. I'll put on a friendly smile, but I know your grandkid, if you give your house to your grandkid, he's going to be pissed.
You're just like bearing a acorn. You're like, oh, in
Just
40
you wait.
years. Yeah.
You ever see, like, I was on a walk and like someone, it's fall, so it's like there's leaves everywhere, and then you come to a house where it's spotless and there's no leaves because they raked like with fork or so, like they didn't miss, none of the leaves broke. And then I look at the mailbox, there's like 40 garbage bags full of leaves. That's that's why I hate raking. I mulch, I mow over it and mulch it.
Yeah, one big yeah. Mow over. You got the big mower now, right? What are you even raking for?
No, I had the big mower, and then I think I screwed up. I don't know. I didn't put oil in it or something and broke it, so I tried to return it, and so I just got a push mower. So we have a big plot of land, but we have a push mower. So it only takes me about an hour 15 to mow.
Oh my God. You should get at least like an electric lawnmower.
No, it's a gas mower. It's a 22-inch.
Oh, I thought you meant like literally. I thought you meant like a push mower, like it had no.
Like those
power to it, like the
Menace
old
ones.
Like, yeah, that it's just on a little cylinder.
No, I got a riding mower because like the guy before us had a riding mower that lived here before, and it's like we have it's almost an acre in our backyard. It's huge. And when the one that I bought broke, I was like, I only got this because it was free delivery. There's no way I could, if this ever breaks again, I got to take it in to get it fixed.
Yeah.
I have no way to take in a riding mower.
You should. That would be funny to drive in your riding mower to the shop.
But that's the thing. I couldn't even do that if,
It couldn't
it's
even
broken.
roll. Yeah, yeah.
Just see me pushing a riding
Call
mower
a tow
down the
truck
street.
for your riding mower.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, it's
Well,
funny
that might
about the
be
leaves.
my only thing I needed backup for this week. And you
I failed. I failed. You.
failed. But our friendship is strong enough that it's fine. So tell
Yeah. But this
when
made for like
Heidi tonight. You could tell her, "Hey, suck it."
Yeah.
I didn't
That's
support
what I'm
him.
gonna. Hey, content. This was interesting content. Leaf raking controversy. Ooh, pick a side. What side are you on? I got
Pick a
this.
team.
I got a leaf blower. Do you have a leaf blower? I got a leaf blower.
Oh, I love those.
But I ordered it off Amazon, and I was like, I'm cheap and stuff, and I got like the cheapest one I could get, electric one.
We probably have the same one.
And it's like you remember like the old like handheld vacuum cleaners? Like that's the size. It was so small. I mean, it's like this big, and you hold it with one hand, and it's just like one leaf like putters up.
Was it like
into the
$19?
Yeah, it was so cheap. And I was like, I had to have been, I thought in my head, it had to be at least like one of those big, long, there's no way. It's useless.
It's just a hair dryer.
Yeah, basically. I use it to blow papers around my desk.
No, I did get, it's a corded one. It's not super expensive, but I got one. But I never even thought about, like, those are called leaf blowers. I never even thought to blow leaves. I always just do it to get the shit out of the floor of my garage.
Oh, you mean like just dust and dirt and stuff?
Leaves.
Leaf.
Leaves and spider webs and shit.
Yeah, try it. Hey, I'm gonna blow your mind here. Try it on leaves outside. You're wishing you have a leaf blower, and you're like, in your head, you're like, how can I get my neighbor to come over and rake these leaves? Just try it outside, bro.
I'll just blow him back into his yard.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're thinking.
All right.
All right.
Thinking. All right. What do you got?
Next. This one's really dumb, but
we'll end on a dumb one then.
We'll end on a dumb one for everybody. This is the new segment we call End on a Dumb One. But you're a big movie guy, right? You love movies. I love movies. I've long held this theory, but you can never any movie. Or here's what can never be in a movie again. You can never have a character, quote unquote, die and then fall into a body of water. Anytime a character in any movie, in any show, has ever died, quote unquote, and then either died and then fallen into the water, or just died by falling into water.
Okay.
They're always alive. 100%. Check it out. Any movie, any show, anytime you ever fall into water and it's like, oh, the body must have floated away. No, they're alive. It kills all the suspense. If you're writing a movie right now, or if anyone listening to this is thinking of writing a show or something, you cannot like trick us into thinking that the character died, but then have them fall into water and turn out to be alive. Because I dare you to come up with one instance where someone died, fell into a body of water, the body floated away, and then they were confirmed dead later.
I got it.
All right.
Harrison Ford, The Fugitive. Oh, wait, nope.
Right. Yeah. I mean, what a stupid scene. I mean, that's a classic movie, right? Everybody loves that movie. What a ridiculous scene where Tommy Lee Jones is standing, and they're all going, well, nobody could have survived that. And you're like, and then you're like your brother, you take a 20-minute shit in the movie, like, well, certainly he's dead, so let's go home, beat the traffic,
certainly
everybody.
He's dead 20 minutes into the movie.
But it's just so stupid. It's like, And one of those Jason Bourne movies, it's the same thing. They shoot him like 50 times, and you're like, oh my god. But then he falls into the water, and you're like, oh, he's fine. He's in water now. He like swims away. You're like, yeah, see, he's fine.
Yeah, of course. I can't. I'm trying to think of one. I'm trying to think of like
I
final scenes.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Titanic. Titanic. Does that count?
Oh yeah. I mean that. I guess that. Well, Rose survives, and
True.
she's iffy there for a minute. But yeah, Leo does die, and okay, you got me there. But I mean, that one's not like.
They're not trying to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
You
if that one
can see him.
counts.
He dies kind of in a way. He dies like holding on to. He's like frozen when he. I don't know. I'm just saying, don't use it as like a suspense device. Don't be like, oh, someone fell off a cliff into a big body of water. I wonder if they survived the fall. It's like they always survive it. If it's water, if it's the ground, they're dead every time. Nobody survives. Like in the Avengers, right? And the Scarlet
Spoiler
Johansson.
alert. Spoiler.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Oh, no, wait. This is going to come out in 2 weeks. You can say it.
Right. People have seen it by then. So she falls off a cliff, and you're like, I wonder if she's dead. She's dead because it's the ground. You see her dead on the ground.
The ground.
If that had been water, we were like, oh, for sure she's alive,
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And because even if they at the end of the movie, she never came back, you'd be like, well, the next movie she's coming back.
Yeah. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
Get rid of water. No water in the no water in movies.
Yeah.
No, but we're wise to it, okay? As a viewer, seen a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows.
It's 2020.
We expect more. Find a new gimmick.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Totally.
All right. Well, that's it.
That was easy.
That's easy. 2 for 3. You backed me up.
I
did not back you up. How about that?
That's all right. That's all right. That's okay.
Yeah.
I think our friendship can handle it.
And I'm not doing it just because Heidi said we needed more. That was not why I didn't back you up this one time. I want that on the record, because then it's like, oh, well, Heidi said it, and now you're not backing Johnny up. That's not why. It's because I honestly think it's ridiculous to think your neighbor is going to come over the fence and rake your leaves.
No, the backer. And the fact that you said, even before I could tell you which neighbor, you said, well, the back neighbor, fuck him. That's exactly who it was.
Well, I have no relationship with the back neighbor. And nobody does.
I have less of a. You know what's weird is our back neighbor. We have a gate, like we have a fence going around, but there's a door connecting our backyards together.
Oh,
not
what
weird.
What kind of communist shit is that?
I don't know. Scary.
You gotta get them off your property. Well, But you would say you have a stronger relationship with your side neighbors than your back neighbors.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
kind of universal.
Talked to him more than once. And my kids run through his yard to get to their friend's house.
We had a big email chain in my side neighbors, because only the street, that's on the email chain. If you're on the back of us, you're not in the group. Big email chain on Halloween, like how you're going to handle Halloween.
Yeah.
Have you guys discussed it? Have you figured out what
I think we're just going to do something with like our social circle of friends. The parents are going to do a scavenger hunt or something with the kids, but we're not.
But what about handing out are you guys going to leave candy or anything?
We'll probably just put a bowl on the porch and say, don't be a shithead.
You can't put a bowl.
Why? That's
you can't have
bad for
bowl.
germs?
Yeah, because then they're all going to reach into the same bowl. You got to leave out individual candy bars. Like, it's crazy.
Who says I got
Okay, thanks for listening, everybody.
What if I'm voting?
Dr. Fauci says you can't.
Dr.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's not. I don't. I'll ask Erin what we're gonna do.
Look into it.
I'm sure she has a plan.
Leave some KFC for everybody. Just like 6 individual
original recipe
buckets. Original
She bought.
recipe.
She bought. She bought. Oh my god! She bought 2 giant bags, like how they have 40 pounds of candy, whatever. It has Butterfinger, Crunch Bar, and Baby Ruth in it. I think that there's probably an eighth of the bag left in the bag because I have eaten, and it's all baby. Like I would stick my hand in and pull out and eat anything except for the Baby Ruths because those are gross. So now it's just
Oh,
like
interesting.
it's very hard to get a Butterfinger or a Crunch because I've eaten them all. It's very upsetting.
Butterfinger's the best of those 3, but I would have gone Baby Ruth over
Crunch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We were in a debate because we were like, what Halloween candy should we get? We were thinking at least 2. We want to do the full size because we're new to the neighborhood. We want to be like cool,
Yeah, but you're setting your own bar. You realize that?
I know. Because once you do it, you can't go back.
Yeah, you can't like, ooh, someone got a demotion. Look at last year they had full size. This is fun size. Are they not doing okay?
I guess Andrew's Zoom gigs haven't been coming through. He hasn't been talking into his computer as much. Things are a little slow.
I saw one of those ring lights through his window. Yeah.
So to me, the 2 best it's Snickers and Reese's Pieces. That's or not, but they're just the peanut butter
cups. Yeah, that's the best.
Snickers, peanut butter cups. That's like the Rolls Royce and the BMW. Like you can't. But then,
well, except for Snickers has peanuts, and that's gross. But go on.
Well, interesting you brought that up because Heidi was like, "No, you got to have something that doesn't have peanuts in it because all these kids have peanut allergies."
Well, that's not why that's gross. It's just because they're annoying.
Well, they make one with almonds, but that's
it's even worse.
Well, so you can't have Snickers, and then even Reese's has peanut, like, I don't know, an element of peanuts in it, right?
Right.
So
peanut butter.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how, but whatever. So then I was like, well, then Butterfinger, but then I think even Butterfinger is like somehow peanut related. Because to me, Butterfinger is like 3rd place. What's 4th? I went with Twix. What would be like the next greatest candy?
Kit Kat.
Oh, no. God.
Caramello? You don't like Caramello?
Yeah, Caramello's great.
Those are good.
Kit Kat, no.
3 Musketeers, Milky Way.
Oh, 3 Musketeers is good. Milky Way.
See, Milky Way is basically Snickers with no peanuts, right?
Yeah, because it's just nougat and caramel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Twix, though. What about Twix? You don't know a Twix guy?
No, they're good. I like the peanut butter Twix better than the caramel.
We're trying to we're trying to avoid peanuts.
Oh, that's the goal of this?
One of them has to be a peanut-free option because all these kids out there cannot do.
You and your Portland. All right.
I'm trying not to get canceled here. We're having Chick-fil-A enough as it is. Like I can't have peanuts and all the candy.
Crunch. What are the little specks?
Crunch is boring. Crunch is boring to me. I don't know.
Crunch is.
What about just like Hershey's? Just a plain Hershey's. I mean,
yeah. Now you're talking.
Let's wrap this thing up.
And that's
happy Halloween, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Happy Halloween.
Ooh, a spooky episode. No, I don't know if this one will come out. This probably will come out like right around Halloween. So that was perfect ending. Thanks for listening. Leave a review. Leave a 5-star review and a comment. Why not?
Why not? What does it hurt? What does it cost you, you fucking asshole?
Yeah. You can vote. Here.
Yeah.
You're going to vote in this election. We got a big election coming up. Before you vote, more important.
No, while you're in line. While you're in line to vote, waiting.
You're waiting in a 12-hour line. Why not leave a comment and a review?
Yeah, leave like 12 reviews. Just change the name.
Yeah, there's no voter fraud when it comes to podcast reviewing.
That's right.
You know, there's no investigation. It's not a federal offense.
That's correct. It's encouraged.
Help us in the algorithm.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny.
All right, Andrew.
Next time on
the Cavalry.
The Cavalry. Oh, whoops.
And